Go.
Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Have a great day at school today?
Yes.
All right, let me tell you something. As you guys know, I'm Counselor Rob or Mr. Robinson, whatever you want to call me is fine, okay? And I'm glad that you can make it today. Have some great things to talk to you guys about. And the reason why I have you here is because we're all elementary school from 8th grade on down. And I needed to talk about some important subjects with you. Is that fine?
Yes.
You excited?
Yes.
You guys are the best group ever.
We know.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. So I figured before we got started, everybody here doesn't know everybody else. Some of you guys are in different grades, right?
Yes.
All right. So I don't know if you play together. I know some people have like first lunch, second lunch. Some people stay after school. Some people go straight home. Things such as that. You understand? Some people play sports. Some people do everything. Okay? So I'll start with the introductions. First, my name is Clinton Robinson. I'm your counselor. Used to be a teacher. Used to teach algebra. Love teaching algebra, but I felt I could do more. So that's why I wanted to become a counselor, and that's why I'm your counselor now. Okay? So what we'll do is just not random order. We'll just go clockwise. We'll start with the person on my left, and the person on my left is Harper. So Harper, please introduce yourself to your fellow students.
Hello, my name is Harper, and I am first grade, and I go to Franklin.
Good job.
My name is Peyton. I'm in the 5th grade and I go to St. Monica's.
St. Monica's, I heard great things about that school.
Very fun.
I love it.
My name is Tristan, and I'm in the 3rd grade, and I go to St. Monica's.
Sounds good.
My name is Sean. I'm in 8th grade and I go to St. Monica's.
Okay.
My name is Brooklyn and I go to Franklin and I am in the 4th grade.
Good job. And what's your name, pretty?
Hello, my name is Sloan.
Your name is Sloan, and you're in kindergarten. All right. That's great. I'm glad we got a chance to meet everybody. Introductions were good. Didn't know some things about some of you, and then some things I did kind of know. Okay? Wonderful. So let me tell you the reason why we're here today. Our first session, this is one of 3 sessions we'll have. The reason why I wanted to get across, group of students from different grade levels, because I need your input. I need your input in things like placing you guys in better classes next year, knowing what other students your age level might like to do, and what we can improve upon as a school or counseling department to help you in your studies. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And we want the best for all of you, okay? So our first session, I think, is pretty cool because it's something I do all the time. We're going to talk about things such as social media in school and the internet. So let me ask you this question. Name some of the things you like on the internet. All at one time. Everybody say what you might like. YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. You watch YouTube videos?
Facebook.
Maya and Ellie games.
I got Facebook.
Do you play Fortnite online? You play games online? PlayStation games?
Roblox.
Roblox.
Facebook.
Facebook. Things such as that.
Minecraft.
So then there are a lot of things we can do on
Tic-tac-toe.
tic-tac-toe. So you like playing games online. Anything else? And watching videos? Now let me ask you this. You have all said some wonderful, great things that you like to do online. Okay? Now my question to the older 2, or the older 3, Brooklyn, Sean, Peyton. Let me ask you a question. And I'm going to ask the younger 3 also.
Yeah.
What do you think about social media? Because I see there's a lot of issues sometimes with social media in schools. For example, people post things about people in their class, or they might put it somewhere like on Facebook or Instagram. And a lot of times kids don't like that. So I'm not asking so much about Instagram or Facebook, but what do you think, Peyton, about social media in school? Should kids use social media? Do you think it's something good, or is it something that should be changed?
Well, social media, you should use it in school, but only under your teacher's permission.
Okay.
So
like
if
for
you're-
projects or something, or
Yes.
homework? Okay.
And like if you have like free time, maybe you can go on some school appropriate games.
Okay. That's wonderful. Harper, your hand's up. What do you think about social media in school?
Yeah. So.
Got to be able to hear it. We all have to hear you.
Social media is basically think they should not have it in school because what if they like post something about someone else and then they talk dirty about that person who's
You're
the
doing
person
good.
who sent it and then
And it's not true or something?
and then they're basically spreading gossip and so they're also going dirty.
And you hit a good point there. Let me ask you this, Brooklyn. Gossip in social media. And Sean, you can chime in. Do you think it's more negative of social media or do you think it could be more positive? Like Harper said, a valid point. You might post something, hey, look at my friend X with a silly mask on. Doesn't she look like a duck? And not mean nothing by it. It could be something from a birthday party you went to, but somebody else might read it and say, hey, Brooklyn or Sean called friend X a duck. And then by the time it gets back to that person, they're like, well, why did you call me a duck? It's like, well, I didn't call you a duck. I was making fun of the hat you wore at my birthday party that made us all look like ducks. So how do you feel about that? The posting part, like Harper said.
I feel that it could be both negative and positive because it could be positive the way you're putting it out, but negative the way it, like you said, that someone, when it gets back to the person, it's negative in their mind.
Okay, and then real fast, let me ask you this point. Sean, so what I'm hearing, it seems like it's an interpretation. How you interpret the message on social media. You can have good intentions. Like we know some people have bad intentions. They post something to be negative and they want people to be negative like them. Okay. But what if it was a good intention in your post that now the person has viewed it as something being negative? How can you overcome that? How can students overcome stuff like that?
Well, I feel like it's really just the person receiving it because like someone could post it with the good intention, but the person receiving it takes it as an offensive to it. So I just feel like there should be like some requirements with social media where it's like that students of different ages, as long as their parents require it, but them knowing that there are a few things that could happen where it's like swearing on social media or maybe foul language and just like haters or bullying on social media.
And that's good. Now, Sloan, let me ask you a question. When you're on the internet looking at your videos or things such as that, does your mom or dad monitor what you look at? Do they look at the videos and make sure you're on a site you should be on?
I think sometimes, but not like all of the time.
All the time. So they should be monitoring it all the time, right? Good job. Harper, you had a question.
So on social media, a lot of times people bully, and most of the times I see on Instagram and all that stuff, they like make fun of what language you speak.
Okay, they make fun of languages and the way people look.
And and also that, and they like try to, and then they like try to say all the words, and they like spell it wrong to make them feel bad.
Okay, that is a good point. And one last one before we end this discussion, just real fast. Are you ready? Now you've been quiet over there.
Okay.
Tristan, let me ask you this. So you play games online. Do you know most of the people? Do you play with your friends in your class or people you know? Or can you play a game that other people can play with you that you might not know?
Some games that can happen because like once I was playing a game, but then someone just randomly joined.
Now, when they randomly join, can they talk to you like in a chat room, or can they say stuff to you as the character?
Yeah.
Now,
sometimes.
do you ever come across like negative stuff people say, or is it all positive? Sometimes negative? And when that happens, what do you do? Do you tell your parents, or do you stop playing the game, or what do you do?
I tell them to like stop being rude or like stop saying negative stuff, and then ask the person that he talked negative about if they're okay.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Go.
Okay, I got great input from all of you. You had valid points, and I really appreciate it, okay? So, from all the information that you've given me, I'm going to gather it all up. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to decide maybe if we should change our internet social media policy at school, or at least pass out a pamphlet, a booklet, or some type of flyer to give to parents to let them know what they should and should not look for on the internet. Because there are so many ways and streets and avenues and videos and Instagram and games that you can go to. We just, as a school and the community, always want to keep you safe. Does that make sense? Now, last point for all of you. What's the last thing you want to say about social media or the internet from a student's point of view?
So basically, if a teacher's trying to give you a book and you're on your phone like just playing games, and if the teacher, if you just say fine, the book will give it to you, and you just hit it up, and then you're still playing, and then you'll be like behind
Correct.
your like grade levels,
Okay.
and like you'll probably have to take the class again.
Cool. So
like
you need
night school.
night school. So you need to stay focused. Peyton.
I feel like we can use social media in class, but only if the teacher downloads the games or social media you can use. They monitor what you do, and before you post something, you should ask that person or your friend's permission.
That's good. Tristan.
I think they should do it and not do it, because for the one for doing it, I say they should do it if like they post something about their friend. I think they should do it if their friend says it's okay.
Good
And
point.
I think they shouldn't do it because sometimes if they do it while they're learning something, they might not know what they're learning like later on the day. So they might like be behind in a grade that they're supposed to be in.
Good point. Sean.
I feel like social media should be open to all, but like for different age requirements, like the younger kids, they should only be allowed to interact with other students that they know. But like with the older people, I feel like they can have more leeway and different paths of where they interact with other people.
So you're saying the access should be limited based on your age, pretty much. That's good. Brooklyn.
I feel that it should be improved and that it should be monitored, like what you're doing, and only if your teacher says you can do it and your teacher knows and you're not doing it in the middle of the class.
That's wonderful. And Sloan, what do you think about social media or YouTube videos or whatever?
I think about social media. We're like in a class, and then you like have a like for Christmas, like you got a new phone, and
Okay.
you bring it to school, and you ask your teacher, "Can I like watch it?" But when your teacher said don't watch it too long, and don't watch it, but you can watch it outside, and then when the kids come in. And when they were starting class, you don't just
Watch it, you put it away?
just get your phone and just do games and video.
Correct. You don't. You listen to your teacher, right? All right. Well, I would like to thank you all for coming to our first session. I will see you at least 2 more times before the end of the school year. I hope you enjoyed this session. I enjoyed having you here.
Watch me with it.
All right. You gonna whip it, Nene? Y'all gonna dab? All right. Let's wave goodbye.
Dabby, 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 dabby.